Welcome back, folks. I have the one, the only, Hunted with me. Hunted, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. I wish I could have been here with you a little bit earlier, but a lot of Rocket League being played today. And of course, I think everybody got to thank you for holding down the fort by yourself, man. That was awesome for a while there. Just glad I can be here to lend you support, my friend.
Well, my voice will thank you for all the help. Oh, goodness gracious. But it's been a fun day. We've seen some great matches so far, and we're in our lower semifinals. So the winner of this will I think actually both these teams have qualified for the prize pool. I think the top four teams are left, so everyone is guaranteed at least $250. This is how we do it at
Yeah.
Rival Esports. We like to spread the cash, spread the love here. But both teams are fighting to get into that lower finals, a chance to get into that grands and a potentially bracket reset Mirage. But let's not talk about Mirage. Let's talk about .exe and Fortnite Flick. Both these teams, stellar showings from this weekend so far, but they find themselves in the lower bracket.
Yeah, and I mean they made top four, as you mentioned. We're in the final four here, and that is an accomplishment in and of itself. And you look at who they had to go through just to get here. Even just the last series in the losers quarterfinals, Fortnite Flick taking down All Mid, who of course been
Wow.
they All Mid's a long time team together. They have a lot of experience and can play at a very high level. So, they took them out 2-0. That's not an easy feat, certainly. And for EXE, they take out Parabellum, who another very good team who has put up a lot of results in the past. So, both teams coming in here with some big wins, 2-0 sweeps in those last rounds. And, I think everybody's happy to make top four, but you always kind of have that little extra push to, at the very least, make that losers final. Give yourself a chance to make the grands.
Make the grands indeed. And both those squads, they beat very competitive. Parabellum Esports, they actually won the last season of the field in the February season. So, wow, to take them down,
Oh yeah.
that's a pretty big feat in itself. So, well, how about this? Let's start this lobby up. Fresh 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get this one going.
Yeah, I am here for it, sir. It's Fortnite Flick in the orange, as that was nearly an own goal to start the game off. It will be played away, and EXE in the blue, but they don't give me a chance to introduce the teams as it's hockey right off the jump. 1-0 for Fortnite Flick.
Yeah, this is tough position for Knight being last man back. Both his teammates pushed way too far up to give that opportunity for Fortnite Flick. They're going to capitalize early on. Only 13 seconds into game one.
And then on that blue side for EXE, Monster, Tito, and Knight. Not a roster to mess around with, certainly. A lot of achievements across that blue side, and they're looking for another one here in our field finale. It's certainly nice to be on the Rival Esports channel again. Been quite a while for myself, and love that we get to end things off here in North America. Say goodbye to the field in such a great way as Tito.
Wow.
Great pass. He goes top shelf with the play, but Monster, a nice self pass off the ceiling and then puts it perfectly into space for Tito.
And that was just out of range of Flitz as well. You couldn't ask for a better pass and a better execution as well on top of that. Big speed coming off that shot. And this is what you need. This is what you need to take down Fortnite Flick and tie it up.
Well, we are a minute old, 1-1. As Kaz and company looking for an opportunity. Good dunk there by Tito. He even has boost to work with. Can he make this play all on his own? No. Will be shut down by Kaz on the goal line. But I like the pressure I'm seeing out of EXE. Fortnite Flick started the game with that first goal, but since then, things have been tightening down a little bit through the midfield line. That was a bit of a double commit from Knight and Tito. Will they be punished for it? It's yet to be seen. Flitz looking for hockey. Short side, just couldn't connect.
And another double commit coming on the side of Fortnite Flick, but they're not going to be taken advantage of here. This Knight's gonna be put in an
Nice
awkward
shot.
spot. Oh goodness, this is rough. This is rough, Hunted.
Yeah, no, it's a tough play. Monster, he ends up kind of winning the 50, but he had no support through midfield, and Kaz just gets there before the defender can. And if you're Monster, you're kind of thinking to yourself, what more can I do on the defensive side? I, need some more help through the midfield, and just didn't quite have it. So Fortnite Flick regained the lead. Flitz down out in front, but Knight, he will be there to cover things up, as they are looking for some kind of clear out of the zone. Fortnite Flick doing a pretty good job of making sure everything is staying to the outside, and they're winning challenges at midfield, which is causing EXE to have to rethink their breakout strategy.
Yeah, they're kind of getting stuck right now on this blue half. They have an opportunity right here. But again, these clears, Hunted, they're just going right back into the hands of Fortnite Flick. If they want to have sustained offensive pressure, they need to get these clears into the hand of their own teammates.
Yeah, it's one of those, tough situations where they need to connect with one another. Although Tito goes off the bar, Knight sneaks that one through. How did he get that around the final defender? It's 2-2.
That's a very good question. I mean, this is just playing it very carefully, very slowly. I think that last defender was expecting a much more velocity. But again, it's just these little intricacies here and there that can add up, and it works out very well. EXE able to tie this up.
This is a good position. Good first game in this best-of-5 series. I don't think we mentioned that in the lead-up to this either, that this is the first best-of-5 in the lower bracket, right? The lower side was playing best-of-3s up to this point, but now that we have reached the lower semifinal, it will be best-of-5. I believe we're best-of-5 until the Grands, which is best-of-7.
Grands will be best-of-5.
Oh, they will be best-of-5. Okay, excuse me. I apologize for that, but either way...
Not forgiven.
Either way, it's best-of-5s, best-of-7s, doesn't matter. It's going to be a lot of fun in Rocket League. We still got a lot more to play.
Oh, absolutely. I want to see what Knight's able to do. Again, good job keeping the ball on the orange half, but I'm not seeing any sustained pressure right now. But now we're starting to see some more midfield presence come from EXE. We're getting more confident. This is exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, this has been a pretty ping-pongy type of battle in the last minute, although that's a nice little play set up there by EXE. Did they overcommit to it, though? No, it doesn't look like it, as Knight is able to rotate quickly. This is where the speed comes in for EXE. Tito's going to get a shot. He goes high with it. Hockey ends up getting a touch. Is it going to be enough? Knight, no touch. The follow-up from Monster is saved, and that'll be cleared across the box. Fortnite Flick trying to hang on to these final 45 seconds. Tito, he gets a secondary touch, but his original one goes high. Still they press, but there's the clear from Kaz, and Fortnite Flick hang on.
Oh my goodness, so much happening in front of the Fortnite Flick net. Nothing doing though for .exe, but maybe they can continue this on. Another opportunity. Tito! Oh no!
Oh, it goes in. Okay.
It figures itself out in the end, but oh my goodness.
I thought that touch from Tito was going to do it, but he just hits the post with the shot. The rebound, as you said, sorts itself out, and EXE walk away with the goal, and really, honestly, they deserve it with all that pressure, all that speed they had built up there. They walk away with a 1-goal lead, but they need to defend for the next 13 seconds or so now, as this is going to be Flitz looking for Hockey. It'll be blocked down still. The corner popped up. Good play from Tito. Now all they need to do is see it touch the turf, and EXE will take game number 1. Kaz keeps it going, but I think he's run out of real estate, and it will touch down now. 3-2, final score of an exciting game 1.
Wow. You know, EXE really did a fantastic job in this game of turning momentum around. They started out a little sluggish. Fortnite Flick came out with a lot of gusto, Hunted.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I really liked what I was seeing from them. But then, that sustained pressure we saw, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shot attempts on that single offensive run, that's when you could start to see things turning around. Now EXE is looking very scary. Fortnite Flick not knowing what to do, and in the end, EXE comes out on top. Going towards game 2 now, I'm very curious to see, will Fortnite Flick start to give themselves more space? I saw a couple of opportunities where I saw them bunched up together, double commits here and there that really didn't bode well for them. If they're able to shorten those amount of opportunities given to EXE, we could have a very different game 2.
No, you're right. I think as long as the speed continues from Fortnite Flicks and they're able to match the pace of .exe, it's going to come down to that kind of that chess match at the midfield line. Who wins the boost game? Who wins the challenges when they need them? But what I did see and what I did notice that EXE definitely did was ramp up that heat, ramp up the pressure and the speed in the Fortnite Flick zone in that last minute. That is purely why they won the game.
No!
And now Knight with a beautiful challenge keeps it on the hood of his car, and it's in the back of the net, 1-0.
But look what Monster is able to put that in the initial position, and then again, it's off the kickoff. No one's really in the right spot for Fortnite Flick. Is discombobulated. EXE will take advantage.
Well, will they get another one here? Tito, just a slow lob towards the cage, ends up being easily played away by Flitz, as he will try to use the corner to his advantage. But Knight able to turn it around. Hockey in the big boy Merc. Interesting car choice. Maybe just he feels like he needs to be a bigger presence on the goal line after that last flurry of opportunities EXE had.
Let's see if it works out. Knight's going to find Tito. The pass is there. It's going to careen down the ceiling, but nothing doing. And Hunted, I really like, again, like, it seems like EXE, they're getting more and more creative. And for Fortnite Flick, that's going to be scary as Flitz meets Knight.
That was a good opportunity for Fortnite Flick. I want to see them try to get some more rebound chances, though, as Monster, he puts that just behind Knight. Here comes Tito flying in quickly, though, off the post. A sneaky shot short side. And it will be Flitz on the clear. He's got time and space in an open net. It's 1-1.
And now you got to be asking, what was the defense doing? Hunted, they were sitting in the goal, but just were not positioned. You can be on defense, but you could just be completely mispositioned. And it doesn't matter if you make your rotation, you got to be ready.
Ready they were not, unfortunately, there for EXE. But, that's a big demo. Won't quite open up the space that he was hoping. Monster does get the ball back, and the shot is on goal. The Merc there on the goal line from Hockey. Able to keep the ball out for now. But after that goal from Fortnite Flick, it's been a pretty good response here from EXE. They've been trying to keep the pressure up. Trying to keep the ball on the orange half. And will they be able to continue to do so? I think that's the big question. Hockey's going to go up along the back wall. And that's just not the greatest clearing. You got to try to find your teammates with these plays if you're Fortnite Flick, especially because EXE has been very, very good at making sure those long booming clears don't find any real estate.
Yeah, but that was also a big clear on Hockey if you think about it. The double commit coming in right before. Split-second decision, you got to keep it away from the offense. So it was not the best clear, but it wasted enough time where it gave your teammates opportunity to rotate back.
Time is often bought and sold here in a game like Rocket League. It can be very difficult at the speed these players play to buy enough time for the various events that you're trying to accomplish. And you're absolutely right. Sometimes it is just a bit better to play that one hard as Tito. Wow. What a read. Finds the initial challenge. He gets the double touch as well, and it's 2-1.
Oh, this is really unfortunate because Hockey had his number but just could not get enough air to stop him in the first place. Ends up solo playing it out, but you know, if you're Tito, you're going to accept that, and if you're EXE, you're gonna be very happy your teammate went ahead and just got the heads-up play. A
big challenge from Tito, again, able to force that one down in front. He finishes it off himself now as EXE in a wonderful position to take a 2-0 series lead and go up against match point here with Fortnite Flick in a very competitive series this has been so far, I will say. Both teams back and forth, able to find opportunities, but so far it's just been EXE who has been able to put more in the back of the net, as that's a great block from Monster. The rebound by Kaz is just not hard enough, and Tito, he'll be able to cover up still. Not out of danger yet. Our EXE hockey's going to rotate forward, but doesn't get a piece of it, and that'll be a free clear for the blue side.
Yeah, and even with the size of that Merc, not even getting a touch, but still, I'm really liking what we're seeing from Fortnite Flick right now. They're sustaining some great offense. Hockey down to Flitz. Oh, and Kaz could have had the opportunity. Instead, everyone's pushed way too far. But you can't blame them, Hunted. There was just under a minute to go, and they were down.
No, I mean, you got to try to make something happen, and unfortunately, they pushed a bit too hard there. And I mean, the EXE even had a bit of a double commit trying to play that ball out of the zone. You know, if you win that challenge there, I'm not sure which player it was. I didn't quite catch who it was. But if you win that challenge along the side wall, that's almost a guaranteed goal with the double commit from EXE. So it's a risky challenge, but one you've got to be willing to take at this level of Rocket League. Unfortunately, doesn't turn out for them. And now game 2, as that deflects wide, even more so in the hands of EXE. They just need to hang on to this 2-goal lead for the next 25. That's a lot of time wasted. But the double commit again as Hockey, he's going to try to find this read from Knight. He's going to play right down in front, but it goes just a bit wide.
Oh, goodness. Shot accuracy is going to plague a lot of these teams. We were seeing it earlier on in the broadcast. So many chances just unresponsive because everything goes wide.
No time left to go. No more in the tank, and that will do it for our second game of the series. 3-1 is the final score as EXE pulled themselves to 1 game away from qualifying for the losers. And Meet and Greek, I don't know if you were going to make the point about the shots, but if you weren't, I would love to draw your attention. 13-3. My goodness.
Oof. Man, it just goes to show that if we had a heat map of the field right now, the side of Fortnite Flick would just be lit up.
Yes.
EXE, goodness gracious, sustaining so much pressure. And, you know, that's actually going into their defense as well. They keep the ball on the orange half, and they don't have to play any defense. Now, granted, there were some really great opportunities for Fortnite Flick, but unfortunately weren't able to capitalize. Sometimes quality over quantity is what matters most. Unfortunately here for Fortnite Flick, that didn't matter in this game. And now they're down 2 games in this best of 5. They're going to have to figure out a way to reverse sweep this really on-fire EXE squad. It's going to be a tall order. Though, Hunted, I mean, this is a close series. I mean, granted, last game was 2-goal deficit, but, you know, overall, it's been very tight.
Yeah, it's been a close series. But I don't think Fortnite Flick has played the games they would have wanted to up to this point. They are very talented players, and they can certainly play the game at the highest level, but I haven't seen enough out of them to, you know, really give them a solid shot in my mind that they could pull off this reverse sweep, right? I mean, mustering 3 shots in the entirety of game 2, it's just not going to cut it when EXE are able to capitalize on options.
What?
That stays out somehow, and that's going to be one in the bank there for Fortnite Flick. They wish they had back.
Oh, goodness, but at least they're starting to put some more pressure on the side of EXE. That's 1 shot. Let's see if they can get 9 more for this game. That's probably what it will take against this EXE squad. Watch out for Monster, though, who's going to bring this downtown. But Kaz, a little bit of a mistouch. Could be an opportunity. Knight could not make contact.
Oh. Still looking for the first goal of the game. Fortnite Flick trying to play into the zone. Knight with some ball possession, plays it perfectly for Tito. He'll have that Stolen right away by Flitz, though, as here comes Flitz off the ceiling. It will be Hockey down in front. Up high by Monster. Now Kaz, Tito. He has Monster there, and so deflecting it right off of him over across to Knight. And .exe kind of back to the drawing board at the midfield line, but Fortnite Flick doing a good job of making sure they get out to the challenges when they need to, cutting off the passing lanes. And not a whole lot of wiggle room right now for the blue side.
Not at the moment, but Knight trying to take this one out. I want to see Fortnite Flick keep this ball in the blue half. Don't let EXE get this clear. Excellent job from Flick. But it's just not going to work out. They need to keep this sustaining pressure. And someone needs to be bumping Knight. Knight was the last one back. Instead of going for the ball, I think Flitz should have went for the bump.
Oh, you're right. I think the physical play needs to start happening here from Fortnite Flick, or at the very least they need something to take this EXE team out of their rotation, because we haven't seen .exe in too much danger. That was a nice little air drag there. A bit of a double commit, though. Still, Monster able to turn it around right to Tito. Back to Monster! Oh. And Hockey has to reach out to poke that one away. The give and go nearly finding the back of the net.
Those making the game so exciting. These players in sync on EXE.
Oh, good cut there. I thought Hockey might have over-rotated, but he was exactly where he needed to be. And the clears have been quite good, again, from either side. Is this, again, going to be Kaz trying to play out of his own zone. We'll need Flitz. Banger right back to him. He scores. What a pass. The self-pass from Flitz, and it's 1-0.
Oh, goodness, Hunted. I can't believe this is the first goal of the game, because it feels like this one's been going on for ages. But admirable attempt to make the save, but goodness gracious, out of reach.
Now that is a tough one, certainly, to let in if you're EXE, but Flitz, what a job, what an individual effort. He's going to try to do it again here all on his lonesome, ends up getting the demo, but not too much more. Still, the ball will be kept in on secondary touch again from Flitz. That sends it all the way across the box, but that was unreadable by both sides, unfortunately. So now we go back to kind of even footing. Still, EXE needing a goal in regulation time.
A minute to go. Can they make it happen? This team's been threatening this entire series, but we have all three of Fortnite Flick crunched up next to the ball, but no one taking the opportunity from EXE. That is the play that you need to put a shot on target.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get too many chances like that. As you mentioned, everybody stuck there in the corner. Here's a chance. Monster wanted to bump. Didn't quite find it, and now Knight has to rotate out of his own zone. 40 seconds, under 40 seconds left to go. Knight, again, the pass across will just lead Monster a bit too far. As we are into the final 30. Double demo.
Goodness.
This will bounce out, but the bounce was far too long for Monster to try to handle. Will they still get an opportunity? It doesn't quite look like it. They're going to try to play out of the corner. The defense is here for Fortnite Flick, and they are not giving up this back wall for anything.
Too much hesitancy on the side of EXE multiple times now. The net has been cleared. The ball has been in front, but everyone playing too far back to make a touch.
Yes, we have no time left to go. Fortnite Flick just trying to force a game 4. That will do it. The challenge into the corner. And we extend our series just a bit longer now, as, again, the orange side doing everything they needed to do. They really turned that game around after the last one, holding your opponents to, I believe it was just the 4 shots that time. Much, much better than the double-digit 13 shot total from last game.
Yeah, and they even got more shots to them as well. They had 6, so Fortnite Flick coming through. But that was a little bit of a nail-biter, 1-0. Goodness, that's as close as you can get. let's get right into game 4. The players, Hunted, they don't like to wait. They like to get right back into it.
I don't blame them. It's a game of momentum, certainly, as EXE trying to get back to that momentum-based game. And, you know, I know that this might be a bit of some sacrilege in the Rocket League spheres meet and greet, but I personally, as a caster, love those one-goal kind of defensive slugfests, if you will, where it's, you know, really close all the way through to the end. You never know who's going to quite take it. And that last game, what lived right up to that is Fortnite Flick again, off to scoring early. It's a 1-0 game. Kaz drinking his milk, forcing that ball through.
And that's an unfortunate position there for Knight, because positioning yourself like that with the rear end of your car trying to make that save, it's just going to get pushed past you every single time. Unfortunate circumstance, but watch out for Hockey. He gets it past one. Oh, and Flitz was there, but couldn't land it. But now we're going to see a little bit of a...
Nice flick.
Okay. Wow. Made it look nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's such a difficult thing to have happen to your team where, I mean, Hockey makes a wonderful play. Flitz hits the post with the follow-up shot, and then all of a sudden the ball turns and you've got both Monster and Knight bearing down against Kaz, the last player back. They can't make the play, and now Hockey, a big save on the goal line to keep us at 1-1. Here's Monster. He doesn't have the boost for the double. He had it lined up, and now there's an empty net the other way. The fake from Kaz. Knight has to touch it to the corner. That was a close call for EXE, but we still play on 1-1 just beyond the first minute.
And you can tell this is going to be a very close match. Big demo. Oh, goodness. They're not going to be able to get behind this one. Kaz going to put a shot on, but Tito is there. Make the save.
My goodness, talk about speed through the midfield. All of a sudden, we had a back-and-forth game in game number 3 where nobody was really able to find positioning, but now all of a sudden, game number 4, and it's completely wide open through the middle of the field, and both teams taking advantage as Fortnite Flick now the latest team on the offensive side. Oh, that almost ended up in the back of the Fortnite Flick goal. Still might have an opportunity here for the blue team in EXE to find some space, but a good 50 win and a little bit of help here from Flitz. And we are back to arguing over the midfield line yet again.
And midfield presence so critical here. If you're able to command it, you can basically snuff out your opponent, keep them locked in their own side. But you know, you're absolutely right, Hunted. Both these teams do an excellent job of making sure those 50-50s are really 50-50s. It does not give advantage to everyone else. Wow, could have been an excellent opportunity for Kaz, but this one is still centered. Fortnite Flick still threatening.
That's going to be a big clear, though. Well, we got to see how they handle this. Good read by Tito, but still Hockey with some time ends up sending it into the zone. Flitz wants to put some pressure on tonight. It'll force Tito up in the air, and he's going to use what limited boost he has as Knight gets that one just in time to make the play here as Fortnite Flick still the team trailing by 1 in the series. That's a nice little demo. The ball is going to dribble towards the line. Monster had to be cautious and at the ready there, and he's able to make the play. But, yeah, talk about a great series here in this loser semifinal. Both teams really putting it all on the line right now.
Really trying to get a chance of making into the grands. Just have 2 more matches to go realistically, maybe even a bracket reset on the line as well. Still a lot of Rocket League to be played tonight. So much has been done today already. A lot of these teams started at 4:30 Eastern, the first matches in this bracket. So this has been a very long endeavor. Some of these teams coming through from the close qualifier as well. So it's been a long weekend. It's been great though. It's been a lot of action.
Long weekend, and it all comes to a head here as that's a triple whiff from the defense and another crossbar. Monster off the bar this time. Tito hit it earlier. And Fortnite Flick just hanging on by the narrowest of margins. Now they get a chance the other way around, and Tito He will turn just in time as Hockey, unfortunately, unable to get that ball out in front. Goodness me, we are still tied at 1 with 35 to go, but not for lack of trying by either team.
Oh goodness, EXE could have ended it right there, and Fortnite Flick could have extended it. That's just how close these two teams are as we're approaching the end of regulation. Here comes a race. Knight can't put it on target. That's one you wish you had back.
I mean, that's got to be at least off the crossbar and down. You cannot afford that ball to go as high as he did when it's a 3-on-1 the other way. And, oh, unfortunate here for EXE. They're still going to get a shot.
No, it's on target.
Off the bar and in. Monster. A clutch shot from the top of the box. 2-0.
Ice on the cake. Oh my
wow.
goodness. 2 seconds left. Can Fortnite Flick tie this up off the kickoff?
No
Be a tall order.
I mean, Hockey
the Cats is in position.
Do they turn this on? No. Okay.
No way.
Good challenge.
It's all over.
My word. What a series, again, from both teams. Is EXE. They will be the ultimate victors. They will walk away with the series win, but it was not for lack of trying by Fortnite Flick. They made it as close as they possibly could, but ultimately the blue side just a bit too strong today.
Goodness gracious, EXE really coming out and showing us why they deserve to be in the lower finals, why they deserve to be at least now in the running for, well, they still could be put in third place. They've secured the $250 bag, that's for sure, but now they have a chance to increase their winnings. Each win from here on out will net them more money, so they have really big incentive to keep on going.
Yeah, a top 3 finish, I mean, or at the very least, a top 3 finish is something certainly to be proud of as well.
Absolutely. Hunted, what I noticed, what you said earlier was a point you were making, is these nail-biting matches that are always the most entertaining. I think it was really funny how you brought that up, because on the European stream earlier today, Danny was making the same point to me. It's universal. I don't think that's a look down upon view at all. I think some of the closest games are the ones that really have you glued to the edge of your seat. And this series as a whole was definitely a great example of that.
And it's funny that you bring that up, because I'm pretty sure I was on a cast with Danny not too long ago, and we both agreed that we both enjoy 1-0 games. It's a full circle, so certainly, yeah. I love, there's a special place in your heart as a caster for, those banger games like 7-6 final scores. But it's just something about those 1-0 affairs, especially that we like the games we saw in the series, that just really live up to the hype for me. I love that defensive struggle, kind of the chess match between the teams, because it always goes to show, just how close these teams really are.
Yeah, and it does have the same level of effect when you have like a multiple goal scoreline and you have the offense just throwing shot after shot after shot after shot on net. It just doesn't have, when it's this close, that's what makes it the best. This is why Rocket League is just unparalleled with the energy. But with that, I think, Hunted, we're going to go to a little bit 10 to 15 minute break. We're going to get ready for our lower bracket final. Goodness gracious, folks. It's going to be Ducklings versus EXE. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the field finale here on Rival Esports, and we'll be right back.